welcome to the Tasmanian Premier League football show. My guests tonight are Nicole Hale, a player with Nelson Eastern Suburbs, and the CEO of Football Federation Tasmania, Martin Shaw. Good evening, Nicole.
Good evening, Walter.
And welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Walter. It's great to be here.
Our games tonight are two cup finals. The first one is the State Women's Cup final between Nelson Eastern Suburbs and University. Nicole, you played in this game. You were surprised by the result?
No, actually, Walter, I wasn't too surprised. Probably 4-1 was a bit of a shame for us to lose by that, but on paper I thought University looked the better side.
There was good footage of you there taking on the University defence. Was it tough going?
It was tough going, actually. I feel very sore and sorry for myself today.
There we see the first goal, direct from a corner by University's Melinda Minstrel. Now, Melinda has played professionally in Japan and the United States. She's a very good player, Nicole.
I believe Melinda Minstrel carved up the midfield. She took control with her organisation and controlled passes. She won everything in the air and showed sheer brilliance, and for me as a player it was a pleasure to play against the likes of herself.
In fact, today, Martin, Melinda came on as a substitute in the men's game between University and Kingborough Lions United.
Yeah, I've seen her playing in some of the men's leagues in previous years and this year, and she certainly holds her own there and quite often runs the show in defence.
There we saw University's second goal, again from a corner. You're defending at the back and the goalkeeping was a little suspect, Nicole?
Was a little suspect, but I think University have worked hard on their set pieces and obviously it's paid off well for them.
Martin, the attendance at the two cup finals was excellent.
Yeah, it was great to see good crowds turning up for both the men's and the women's game. It shows, I suppose, the growing support for the game and the local leagues.
Nicole, you're meeting Launceston City next week in the state premiership. How has this defeat affected the team?
I think like any defeat, we want to lift and rise and become better next week. We had a lot of support at the game last night and we want to show our supporters that we are better than this, and I don't think in my 11 years playing for Nelson we've ever gone down 4-1, so we hope to rise from that and get a win next week.
We saw the third goal just a few seconds ago. You really are susceptible and vulnerable at those corner situations. What are you going to do about that?
I think working on heading out from defence is a major thing. We'll work on our set pieces as an attacking role as well, so hopefully our defenders can lift their game a bit and be better for our big game next week.
And we've got a great fourth goal coming up here, Martin.
Yeah, some great lead-up play from University. They knocked the ball around well all game, I thought. Played a good style of football, and although their first three goals came from an aerial attack, we've seen them there getting the results of playing good football.
Yeah, excellent finishing there by Laura Prescott. And here we come to Nelson's solitary goal, a run down the left by Sarah Morris.
Yes.
And she put it away well, Nicole.
She did actually.
Okay, little consolation there for Nelson, but they did at least score. But a thoroughly deserved win to University, 4-1, and I believe the girls celebrated into the night, Mark. Have you heard any stories?
Well, I haven't heard any stories. Thought I might read something about it in the Mercury this morning, but they were last seen heading off in the team buses and looked to be going for a good night out celebrating.
Well, some of them were at the men's senior game today, and as I said, poor Melinda had to come on as the sub. She was a little worse for wear.